So my name's Lucy Waring. I'm from the UK, and I studied building and urban design and development in 2016 and 17. I originally came to the course sort of thinking about the idea of feminist cities and what the politics of space would look like through a kind of intersectional lens, but actually increasingly became interested in exclusion and how cities marginalise people, and how those people kind of fight back and organise and create space. And I mostly looked at communities within the LGBTQIA+ spectrum and the concept of queer space. So before the DPU, like throughout my career, I've done various kind of campaigning communications roles, mostly focusing on environmental and social justice issues. So I worked as a consultant, kind of advising NGOs, businesses, some government departments on strategic sustainability communications. I worked for a number of arts and creative organisations, and then spent 3 years on the startup team of a kind of government-backed urban innovation centre. And then I guess both professionally and in my personal life, through my activism or otherwise, I was always thinking quite a lot about what made people change the way they think or the way they act. And I started reading a lot about cities, about the city as a kind of site of change and a sphere of influence. I like cities. I like the scale of cities. I like neighbourhoods. I like geographic communities. I think they kind of make sense to me as a human being. And that really led me to the DPU and to building an urban design and development. And then after the DPU, I joined an architecture and design cooperative in Oxford called Transition by Design, which is where I still work now. And at Transition by Design, I lead an action research project that looks at kind of creative and community-led solutions to tackling extreme housing need. And then as part of that, I created the Open House project, which is a public talking shop on housing and homelessness. But really it's a kind of experiment in creating really kind of welcoming and inclusive spaces for people who are marginalised by their housing status or by their poverty. And then using that as a way of kind of platforming their experience and their lived experience in civic discourses. So I think there's 3 ways in which the DPU has influenced my career development. I think firstly, it's really given me the confidence in development practice as a methodology, and helped me to really believe in what I do. My practice, be it participatory urban design or co-production or citizen engagement, is often regarded as a bit of a kind of nice to have in built environment projects. And I think it's much more fundamental than that. And what I learned studying at the DPU has given me the theoretical framework, it's given me the tools, and most importantly, it's given me the confidence in my practice, so that I can do it and I can do it well. I think the second influence has been that the DPU has just given me an unexpected and unrivaled network of friends and collaborators. So the people I met on my course, the people I met through the faculty or through the other kind of DPU links, everyone came with their own incredible experience from all over the world. And the practice of pooling that experience into a kind of design lab setting where we learn from each other and we collectively build things together, that was a really remarkable thing to be a part of. And then finally, I think that the DPU has, I mean, it's given me a new lens through which to see the world, really. And I think I take great pleasure in applying ideas forged in informality, forged in the global south, forged in poverty, and applying them to the context of Oxford, which I would say is probably simultaneously one of the most and least developed cities we have. My job is quite often quite difficult to explain to people, and in reality a lot of it is doing jigsaw puzzles with homeless people, and I think I mostly have the DPU to thank for that.